I hope you all can hear me. If you can't, then you don't know what I'm saying. I am Emily St. James. I'm here with the gang here at Happy Jacks RPG. We are playing Hexbreakers. It's been a while since we've been here. We had a couple of weeks when we couldn't make it. And tonight we're playing remotely because that's just, the way we do it here in the year 2022. Again, I'm Emily St. James. I'm GMing this game. I'm sure I forgot like 5 billion things I'm supposed to say. This is session 8, and you can find all our other sessions at happyjacksrpg.org/hexbreakers. I got to everything just out of order.
Happyjacks.org, no RPG.
Happyjacks.org, no RPG.
/Hexbreakers.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, everyone. Happyjacks.org/hexbreakers. I almost said /RPG. That's where we are tonight. This is our penultimate session. We will be having our finale next week. And we have, a lot to get caught up on. But first, I want to introduce our players. I'm going to introduce you in the order you're in my Zoom window. So we're going to start with Kimmy.
All right. Hi, I'm Kimmy. I am playing Melody Inkwood, and I am the offbeat eccentric. And I am from a long line of, like New World long line of wizarding family. But I am definitely not super talented at regular traditional magic. But I have a knack that I've kind of figured out, this weird tech magic thing where I can use technological devices to make magic. And it works either really well or not at all. It's the dice just have not been any medium with that type of magic.
Riley.
Hello, everybody. I am Riley Silverman. I am playing Daphne Morgaine, and I am the Haughty Descendant, and I come from a very long line of old world magic users, and I'm very powerful, and I have a hard time controlling the pure magical energy that I have sometimes. It's very erupting sometimes. But Daphne is like the Haughty Descendant. She's kind of a child of privilege who was raised to be part of a very privileged magical family, but now has dealt with the fallout of what it's like to be an outsider amongst a family like that, by coming out as trans and that's been her journey. And so she is now attending Inkwood instead of the British school where the rest of her family went. And she's kind of had to adjust how she approaches the world and how she treats people based on the way that she was kind of cast out of magical society because of who she was. So,
Hooray. Joey.
Hey everybody, I am Joey, and I am playing the daring athlete Chandler Duke, who is the chosen one. At least that's what his grandmother told him when his parents were getting divorced to make him feel better. Turns out that might actually be the case in some alternate dimension. So that's fun for him. He's pretty solid at magic. The rest of stuff, not so great. He might have had one or too many concussions, but he's getting through.
And Adam.
Howdy do, everybody. I am Adam, and I am playing Tanager Folsom. She is a firstborn caster who is a native girl from Bakersfield trying to figure out this whole interplay of traditional magic that she's been aware of her whole life, combined with this weird colonizer magic that she's come across and turned out to have a facility for. But really, she just likes having a pet cat and a wand and a broom.
Who doesn't, honestly? I certainly do. So this is normally where you folks would do a recap, but I'm going to do one because it's been a second. Because not only has it been a second since we've played, it's been a second since we've played these characters. I mean, I've played all of these characters very recently, and that was fun for me. But so a few weeks ago, the school, ISUD, the Inkwood Sanctuary for Universal Development, came under attack while you all were out completing your special mission to build a machine that sort of lets you see, build a device that lets you see what's real and what's not and what belongs to this reality and so on. You went back to the school, you built yourself like a little hut where you could hide yourself away by using a feature that you covered in like impenetrable vines. You talked about what you were going to do, And you ultimately decided to make a break for Lake Elsinore, California, which is, what everybody does. You learn from Caitlin Inkwood that the school was under attack by the Hexbreakers, who were led by the woman whose name I have forgotten, and I'm not going to look up, but I will before I have to bring her back in, who was trying to take over the school.
Karen Joe.
Karen Joe is is in the Hexbreakers. This is like Miriam something.
Yeah, I'll look it up later. Marissa
so
Blanderham.
Yes, there we go. Marissa Blanderham. Thank you. So y'all went to Lake Elsinore, where you got a hotel room, and then created even more of a disturbance, wreaked even more havoc. So you ran off to Wausau, Wisconsin, figuring that you could get the universe that Jeff Stapleton, aka Santa Claus, pulled out of his like weird furnace. While you were there, though, you discovered this strange figure who appeared to be Curtis, the guy who is the mystery that everyone needed to figure out because he was at the center of everything. You went to alternate dimension Wausau, which turned out to just be kids on bikes. You couldn't do magic there. And you ran into Curtis and discovered that Curtis and Michelle were one and the same person. I've just been dead naming Michelle, and I feel terrible about it as a trans person. I'm a jerk. And then in our most immediately previous session, y'all played Michelle. You learned a bunch of things about yourself that if you need to know something about who you were in Wausau, I can inform you. But predominantly, you discovered that Michelle was a trans girl who lived in Wausau, Wisconsin, a non-magical world. And she went through a bunch of trials and tribulations to make friends who included all of you, but some other folks as well, like Caitlin. And she met Wendell Parker and all of those people. They all have analogs in the Wausau that she comes from. She was caught by her father and sent to military school. She escaped and ran back to the school and went into the shop, and she was stabbed in the neck, but she managed to survive through sheer gender euphoria, and she discovered a way into alternate universes where presumably she figured out a way to be Michelle all the time. We also confirmed that the head Hexbreaker is Michelle's father, who just wants to stab her in the neck. And one final minor detail, Michelle has a lightning-shaped scar on her neck. She is the girl who lived. Yes, I'm doing that. It's fun for me. Anyway, that's everything. Do y'all have any questions or things that you remember that I forgot?
I don't think so. It sounds like you hit all the important things. At least that
I think if anything else comes up, we could probably just role-play it as conversation and game.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. Okay. So, the one thing I forgot to mention is that as you all seemed like you were about to be killed, the sky opened up and Michelle came through, gleaming golden, and she tossed her hair and said, "For God's sake." And that's where we leave everything. So Michelle has stopped everything from happening. She sits you down. She tells you basically the entirety of session 7, the Michelle-centric session. And she looks at all of you and says, "So that's my whole deal."
I like it that we thought Michelle was like, so I went to this thrift store, and then I went to Dairy Queen, and then I went to the library, and that's my story.
So I got a couple dilly bars. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. This is like a really simple story, but actually...
Dilly bar. Dilly bar.
Yeah, Michelle is she looks around all and says, so that's my whole deal. Sorry to have dragged you all to Wausau. It's kind of a bummer, Anyway, what's next? Because I am as stumped as you are at this point.
Well, we gotta find some way to get to a school where there's magic. Or a universe where there's magic.
Oh, that's really no problem. I can help you with that. The problem is going to be that we need to figure out like who can help us learn more about the Hexbreakers. Getting back to your universe could be very dangerous because they're probably going to be keeping an eye on it. So also we should probably try to find a back door. I got some thoughts on that, but I'd love to hear y'all what you're thinking too.
A back door to our universe. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of things like interdimensional spaces that function as like gateways between worlds. And once you figure out how to use them, they're fun. There's like a weird one that's like a convenience store, and there's like a big guy that lives there, and there's like a little guy that lives there, and never mind. I think I can help you find one of these, but I am concerned if we don't know more about the Hexbreakers that we'll be in trouble. I do have a lead. There was a lady, kind of like, smart and real fun, and she was with the Hexbreakers, and then she kind of broke away from them because they didn't like some of the stuff she was doing. So they transformed her, the rumor is, into a dragon, but I don't know anything about that.
I think I might know a lot about exactly that.
Oh, really?
What?
You know dragons?
I know dragon, singular. I don't know, like, a lot of dragons. I'm not gonna, like...
There's only one dragon.
Time. I do know the one dragon. And she did say she was a prisoner, and I did tell her I'd rescue her. So this does seem like it does kind of come all together.
You know a dragon, and you were holding out on me?
There was a lot going on! You showed up in the middle of stuff! You were gone! You went home for Christmas!
You did go home for Christmas.
Yeah.
You missed a really cool party.
But to be fair, I didn't know there were going to be dragons involved.
Well, because I wasn't...
Thing?
I didn't know there was dragons involved either. I didn't have an invitation to the dragon party. I was doing a thing and I ran into a dragon.
Okay, so where did you run into this dragon?
Germany.
Oh. Are there any back doors to our universe in Germany?
Well, tell me where in Germany.
I really can't pronounce the name of that castle.
Let's pretend you did. Let's pretend you said Neuschwanstein. There's
Neuschwanstein Castle. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I have it written down, but I wrote it down actually and not phonetically, so I always forget how to say it. I couldn't even right now. Neuschwanstein Castle. Yeah, which is weird because I was just at Disneyland and actually have it in the video when you do the soaring. Anyway, and I was like, oh, I've been there. All right. So funny thing about it is that actually in the basement there's a prison, and the prison has not dragons. And then also, I also noticed that the prison itself kind of traps people in pocket dimensions. So maybe there's a way that we could use that technology of magic to that particular spell as a backdoor.
Are those supposed to be outlawed? Those are considered very cruel to trap people in pocket dimensions, but...
Well, we are talking about people who have taken over a school and captured people and attacked people. So I think, and wrongfully imprisoned me mums. So I do think that it's probably a bad guy kind of thing to do.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, jailbreak.
That's what I was doing. That's what I was spending my Christmas holidays doing. But you were like, oh, I want to go home and hang out in a trailer. You should come visit.
Dude, you should have called me.
Well, I'm not a dude, first of all. Thank you. But second of all, I was a little focused on saving me moms, and I didn't want anybody else to get hurt because everybody who has ever loved me has gotten hurt. So I just wanted to, not make that happen again.
Oh my god. Helping you jailbreak your mom.
Maybe... let us make that decision for us, because we like you.
Well, to be fair to you, I didn't even know you existed at the time. You kind of appeared after I'd already gone to Germany.
I keep forgetting you're not my Daphne. That's very... I mean, you... Yeah. Huh.
I'm just saying there's a lot of really good reasons why I didn't tell everybody, let's go to Germany and try to find a dragon. Because okay, I've talked a lot about Germany and dragons, so now what are your thoughts about these kind of things?
Well, it seems that we had to figure out a way to break people out of these dimensions, right? So that they can get free. And then maybe that will help us get to other dimensions, and eventually I can get back to mine where I can help people.
Well, if we do, obviously we have to free your moms, but also there might be other people, the dragon, and then maybe some other people that they've trapped in there that might be able to help us or cause distractions or... I don't know,
yeah, I'm on board with freeing everybody. Like, I don't think anybody who's being captured by the Hexbreakers is probably, like, deserves to be in prison, so... Plus, I'm just, like, an abolitionist in general, so I think it's fine if we just break them out.
But I'm saying it might help us, too, because they might then be thankful and try and help us as well.
Yeah, that too. I mean, it's a good thing to do, but it's also helpful, yeah.
That all sounds fair. You are become aware that Michelle has been like scrolling through like a first generation iPod. And she's like looking through it and she looks over at Melody and gives a little smile. Like, I got this idea from you actually. And she looks at it and she says, okay, I can get you into that prison, but there's a big catch. Do you want to hear the catch?
Probably be useful, yeah.
Yes.
The only way to get you in is through pocket dimensions, and y'all are going to be trapped there. If they work like I think they do, you're probably going to struggle to remember why you're there and what you're doing. So here's my recommendation. Magic as we know it won't work there, so you'll have to figure some other form of magic out. And you're going to have to leave yourself some sort of reminder so that you remember who you are and why you're there. Because they're going to make you want to stay there super hard. And I don't know, I think it's really important for you to accomplish this.
I have an idea.
Okay.
And I'm going to rummage through my pockets or a bag or whatever and find like a Sharpie.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab, I'm going to have Tanager's arm and write on his arm the Sharpie, here to free Daphne's parents and find Dragon, smiley face. This is what we did after my second concussion when I couldn't remember my name for a week.
I mean, we can try it. I don't know if it'll work because you're going to be literally occupying a different body from a different dimension, but we can sure try. It sounds good to me.
I mean, it can't be that different from having a concussion, right?
Chandler, roll me brains on and beat a 14.
Jesus.
This will work if you can beat a 14.
Well, I rolled a 1 on a D4, so we're par for the course for Chandler.
Okay. So yeah, Michelle's like, I mean, good. It might work. Good luck. But yeah, that's a good shot. What I think is best is if you can think of something that's deeply personal to you that you might find that you would remind you of what you're doing this for. I know that's a lot to ask, but you have to get free and you have to find each other and then you have to find this dragon. Her name started with an A. It's like Anastasia.
It was Alexandra.
Alexandra.
She sounded like Angelica Houston, so I almost called her Angelica, but then I was like, no, that was just who she sounded like and not what her name was.
Great. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of what I think you should do. But if you have other ideas, I'm all ears. Like we can come up with stuff till the cows come home. We're in Wisconsin, so there's a lot of cows.
No, I think that sounds like a decent enough plan if we can figure out how to do it. But like once we've broken out of our own little personal cells, what we do then? Like how do we then break out everybody else and shut down the prison?
I think that Alexandra can help you with that. You just got to get her back to human form. So find Alexandra, make her human again, and she'll help you get everybody out. And if there's anybody in your cell with you, you can probably get them out when you get out.
Oh.
Cool?
Okay, so is that easy, like turning a dragon back into a human for all you guys?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't recall that being done in like recent memory of wizards and witches, honestly.
I mean, I've gotten pretty good at transfiguration because of all classes and stuff.
In
so I can
times
give it a
like
whack.
these is when our abilities are really tested. And clearly we've been chosen for something great. So our abilities are going to see us through.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
How many head injuries now? Just to quite... Okay, never mind.
I think we can do it. I
All
mean,
right, yeah, I believe in us.
yeah, we seem to do really well when we have no other options but to do well.
I believe in you too. Okay, so the Hexbreakers are trying to kill me, so I'm gonna like lead them on a wild goose chase, and y'all need to go in and deal with this and get Alexandra, and I'll meet you again back at Inkwood, okay?
Okay, is Inkwood still there?
No, but I'll meet you back there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the school is still there, but like everybody's, being locked down. It's really a bad scene. So, yeah.
Wait, we're meeting you at Inkwood in this reality or in the reality that most of us came from, except for Chandler?
We're gonna meet back in that the reality most of you came from. I'm technically occupying the body of me from that reality. It's again, it's really complicated.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll meet you back there. And hopefully you will have the information on how we can make all this stop. Good luck.
Break.
Oh, 4. 4 hit.
Feels like more than that. Like, I think it's been 4 just since I've known you, and that's been like a couple of hours.
It has been like 3 days.
It hasn't even been that long. I think it's only been like, I think I came back on New Year's Day, and
Yeah, this is like January 2nd. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Cool. All right. So Michelle opens up one of those like sort of gleaming golden portals in the middle of the sky, and through it, Daphne, you would recognize the inky black void of that prison that you were in. So anything you want to do before you step through, the 4 of you?
All right. I think that we should like each come up with our thing and then tell somebody else what our thing is. That way, if one of us gets free, we can maybe try and help the others get free by knowing what the special thing is. Does that make sense?
like a constant.
Yeah.
Like a scuba buddy.
That also, maybe, I think, possibly.
What is scuba?
It's like a bubble charm, but with an oxygen tank instead of a bubble.
Oh, okay, mortal stuff. Got it.
Yeah.
And you share one? Yeah, but yes, I guess with a buddy, buddy system. Yes. So we each have to think of our special thing to try and get ourselves out of our loop, and then one other person or everybody in the group can know it, and that way we can hopefully help someone else break out if somebody gets stuck.
So we're gonna change once we go through there.
Think of it like if you got locked in a memory, and then that memory just played over and over and over again, like a dream. And you don't know, like when you're dreaming and you don't know you're dreaming, and like it feels really real. And like even when things are a little bit unusual, like repeated, like you don't know it unless you're like lucid. It's like that. So we're trying to find a way to make us become lucid in the dream so we can get out of it. Otherwise, we'll just keep repeating it over and over again.
Gotcha.
Because that's what Alexandra told me, that me moms are living the same day over and over. Like they say, like she said, they kiss me goodbye and they go off and do their thing, and then they wake up and they're back at home again. It's the same morning again.
Wow.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, it's why I've been trying to stop it from happening to them.
Okay, well,
But I was gonna come back and do it, but then like we came back and like this dude was on the ground because he hit his head again, and then the Hexbreakers attacked, and we were getting magical things, and then Professor Trevell came back. A lot of stuff happened.
Daphne, I'm so sorry that you've been dealing with this by yourself.
I didn't want anybody else to get hurt,
I know.
especially you.
It was our choice.
You didn't exist yet!
It's my choice now.
Look, it was me mom's choice to love me too, and they still got thrown in jail, so maybe I'm being a little bit careful about it.
I understand. And thank you for caring about us that much. That means a lot.
We're gonna be all right, okay? So, look, here's what you gotta do. You gotta find your North Star, right? Your anchor. You gotta find your thing. What's that thing that's gonna bring you back every time? And
What's yours?
For me, think about my mom. I just picture her face, and she's got this thing she does when she smiles and like her left eye squints, and I just always think of that whenever I see her. And that's my focus, right? That's the thing that keeps me connected to everything that might happen around me. It doesn't matter because I know I can always just think about my mom. And then even if she's not there, even if something were to happen to her, then like I would still know that smile and that like squinty eye thing that she does. And that's what you gotta find. So what's that thing that's like, this is you and this is your thing? What's the thing you care about more than anything in the world? And then I like grab Daphne and Melody's hands and I like put them together and like hold hands, and then I grab and then like I put Chandler's with one of them, and then I put us in a circle, right, holding hands. Okay, now close your eyes, and I just want you to like think and feel like everything around you right now, like feel your toes in your shoes, and feel like your hair growing out of your skin, and like.
Are we doing a guided meditation?
Well, kinda, yeah, but it's like way cooler than that because this is medicine. So just like.
I mean, meditation is medicine, but all right.
That's what we call magic. So everybody just focus on that thing. And then you're also focused on the hand that's holding you, right? And then you put all that together. And just think of it like puzzle pieces. And you're just like, you got this puzzle of your toes, and this puzzle of your hair, and then a puzzle piece in each hand. And then you put them all together with that image that's in your mind, and that's how you make them.
Okay. So it's like Photoshop.
Sure.
Okay.
What's Photoshop?
I have no idea.
What's a photo? I know what a photo is. I think as Tanager's giving us that speech, I think Melody, you just feel Daphne's thumb just kind of like stroke your hand, like gently, like a caress, a couple of times, like while she's like picturing something.
Okay. Melody's gonna like squeeze back, like just a little, like quick.
Okay. Do y'all have your thoughts? Your happy thoughts? Okay. Michelle gestures to the glowing golden portal because she's been here listening to all of this evidently, and she's like, "Okay, it's Kate. You know, it's not the easiest to hold these things open, and it's been a good 5 minutes. So, yeah,
You're doing
Hold
a
the
good
door!
job, Michelle.
Hold the door!
yeah. So So you're all stepping through. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you start to step through, you hear Michelle go, "Oh, what the?" And then you hear gunshots, and the gate shuts like that. You all see, it's like you fall asleep. And we're going to start with Melody. Okay. Melody, you come to, you are in a room looking out over a vast city, and there's like little craft flying everywhere. There's like just like everything is gleaming, beautiful, and you are in a room and there are monitors everywhere, just enormous banks of computer monitors, and you have keyboards and you have anything you could possibly want. And there's a tall man with slicked back dark hair and dark sunglasses on around his face, and he says, "Melody, what are you doing? Can you help us find the secret source code?"
Yes, I can.
Melody, you're the best hacker there's ever been.
I am.
Yes, I am.
You're the best hacker.
Yes.
Roll me a brains and try and beat 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how much you remember.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, I don't add my magic, do I?
No.
Okay. Nope. I got an 8. Close.
You got an 8. Okay, so it feels like you're in a video game. So you are like aware on some level that this is kind of unreal, but like it hasn't broken through that you are like completely, not in a real space. So this guy's okay, we got to get into the mainframe and get the source code because otherwise the machines will have won and we've got to stop the machines from winning. Can you help me break into the source code, Melody?
Yes, I can. That
Okay.
shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, I need you to roll brains and beat a 1.
Okay. Okay. I got a 10.
Oh, amazing. Okay. And so you type on the computer and instantly you can see everything spreading out before you. You see all the machines, you see all of their prototypes. You realize that this is actually a dream, that you are in a world that is not real and the real world is dark and gray. But if you can get out there, you can help fight. And this man, he knows Kung Fu, so he's great and he can help you as well. And we're going to cut over to Daphne. Daphne, you wake up and you are in. First of all, roll me brains. Beat a 10.
Can I choose to fail?
Yeah, you can choose to fail.
I better choose to fail and role play it out.
Okay, cool. So you wake up and you are in a beautiful bedroom. It is everything you ever could have wanted. And you look in the mirror and something about you says, this is how you've always wanted to look. And downstairs, you hear a very familiar voice say, Daphne, breakfast.
Coming, Mom.
And, oh God, I've forgotten their names.
Yeah, hang on. One's Bethany. Bethany is the Bethany Byrne is the birth mother. Oh, sorry, so Ava Morgane's my Morgane mother, and Bethany Byrne is her partner. So
Okay,
Ava
cool.
Morgane's my birth mother. But,
Okay, great. Yeah. So you trot down the stairs and you see Mama Ava, and she's making some porridge, the best porridge you've ever had in your life. You love her porridge. Who loves porridge? You love this porridge. She's like, oh, Daphne, it's so lovely to see you. And I know today is the day of the big school dance, isn't it? Are you excited?
I am. I conjured up a very, very good dress, and I think it's going to look really good.
Have you
So-
decided who you're going with? I know that like 6 or 7 different people asked you to go.
I haven't yet. I know that I probably should have picked someone weeks ago. It feels like it was very kind of rude, actually, to make them all wait until the last minute. But I'm Daphne Morgane. I can't just give my hand away to someone.
Now listen, I know that Mama Beth got you. Why did I slip into Michelle? Now listen, I know that Mama Beth got you your pills, so make sure that you're on them, because being sexually active, and she gets that mom face where she's like, I understand for your age is a thing that happens, but I want you to be careful and I want you to be safe. We don't want you to get pregnant.
Okay, well, you and Mama Beth should know more than anybody that it doesn't with 2 girls. And
I know, but I know that there were some boys that asked you, and I also know you're young, and I know that sometimes I just want you to be careful and I want you to be safe.
all
Now,
right.
so you say you're going with a girl. Which one have you picked?
From a list of people who've asked me, who were the people who asked me?
I mean, Caitlin Inkwood asked you. She's great. She's pretty hot. So, you've had a crush on her for a while. Maybe you're going to go with her.
She is very pretty. She looks like that girl from the movies.
Oh, yes. Well, listen, I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy and I love you so much. And I'm so glad every day that I get to see you and that I get to be your mother. And Mama Beth comes in the back door, and we're going to cut over to Chandler. Chandler,
Yeah.
you are standing on top of a hill overlooking the battlefield. And there's a man here, and he says, it's your moment. Now, more than ever, we need you, Chandler. You are the only one who can save the day. Here is your broom, and here is your sword. This is the moment you were born for.
Then we shall rise to meet it, he says in his most commanding, epic, princely voice.
Chandler, I am going to make you roll
Yeah.
to be the 10 on brains because I want to see what happens.
I also want to see what happens. Oh, that fell all the way off. What did you end up? No, it's on the ground. That's a 2. So
And he points directly at the center. There is an enormous, it appears to be a demon, just like big hulking red skin, horns coming out of his head. And he's like, that is the Dark One. And you are the only one who can defeat the Dark One. I am Ian McKellen. You must understand that is the Dark Lord Moron. And I expect you to be able to destroy him with your magic and your sword. You are the chosen one, Chandler. Now, go. Win. Fight.
for you and everyone, I go. And I take off on my broom, sword in hand, full on, like, on the broom, sword stretched out, like, ready to spear this demon in his demon.
Whatever
face.
your best stat is, roll that and beat a 1.
Oh, all right. Like, I have so many 20s. There we go.
Emily's just so tired of us failing every roll.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Oh, tell me what it looks like when you utterly destroy that demon with 1 stroke.
So I fly the broom and manage to leap from the broom right before it collides with the demon, and the broom pierces the demon's chest. And as I leap, I do a backflip, land on its shoulder, and decapitate the demon. And as it falls, I kind of land on its back, so when it lands, I'm standing on its back, sword like this, and pull the broom out of the demon's chest.
Someone goes, hold please, and they snap a photo, and they're going to turn that into a statue someday, that exact pose. And we're going to cut over to Tanager. Tanager, roll me, I'm not going to make you roll brains. Roll me flight plus your magic die and beat a 6.
Magic die is the D4, right?
Yes.
Oh. And does the magic die explode?
Yeah.
So that's a 5 on the magic die, 7 on the flight die.
Perfect.
Do you add them together? I don't know.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
So you are in a lush green forest and everything is cool and calm, and you can see, like, it appears to be prehistory. It appears to be before the dawn of, like, written text. You see people gathered and they're doing various rituals, playing music and such. And you see a woman. Tell me who the first person who ever told you anything about magic was.
I think it was my auntie.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Jenna.
Okay. This woman looks exactly like your auntie. And she says, Tanager, you are in grave danger. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Auntie Jenna. What are we doing here?
I hijacked your simulation and I have taken you back to the dawn of magic itself. There's something you need to see here. I'm not actually Auntie Jana. I am an element within the prison itself who saw within you someone who understands magic from outside the traditional rubric.
Whoa, cool. So you're like my Morpheus?
I believe that that's a reference Melody would understand, but no, yes, I am your Morpheus, if you will.
Nice. Okay, I am ready. Teach me magic and kung fu.
And she gestures to the people sitting in a grove, and she's like, these people invented a form of rituals that would let them disrupt reality. It was a rhythm first. It was a kind of sound wave. It was a kind of light form. And they learned how to manipulate it. But it all started out as being very natural. It all started out as being from the earth. This predates any society, any human interaction that you or I could possibly think of. But here they are, and they're inventing it.
So
This is
like super tradish.
Yeah, this is the most primal magic.
Oh my god, this is so cool. I can feel it, like, in my bones and stuff.
Yeah. Go over, see what you can learn from them. And remember this. Magic is not just for some people. It is not just for people who can learn all of the right rules. Magic is all around us. Magic always exists, and magic is always part of something. Once you've learned from them, you have to figure out a way out of here. Your friends need you, and I think you may be the only one who can do magic here.
Whoa! Awesome. Okay. I just, like, run over to the group.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to cut back to Melody. Melody, what are you doing? What are you doing with all this information about the machines?
I guess I am spreading it and talking to this person and like trying to share where the information about the machines are, to like help the people in this place that I'm at.
Whoa, cool. This is really great, Melody. You did some amazing work. Whoa. Tell me, what was your thing that you had in your brain as something you might be able to remember?
It was going to be kind of the first day where we all sat together. And
Okay.
I know that Chandler wasn't there, but I'm sort of like subbing him in. But like kind of that first day where she remembers like having a group of people that like cared about her and respected her and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. This strange figure with the dark glasses is like, come on, let's go get some lunch. So you go down to like the cafeteria, and as you sit down for lunch with him, and then there's a tall, pale woman with similarly dark glasses. There's a tall, bald black man with similarly dark glasses. And they're just looking at you and looking at how great you are. And you realize you're sitting and like this feels familiar. The way you're sitting right now feels familiar. And for just a second, one of them looks like, I'm just going to say it, an extremely pretty girl. She just looks like someone else entirely, and not Carrie Ann Moss, but, and it just, there's something familiar about that. Roll me, brains, and this time beat, and a 6.
Oh, nope, I got a 1.
It's so fun being here is the thing.
Yeah. There's
like,
so much tech. It's so nice.
And then you hear this sudden like hammering against the wall, and the tall man in the glass, the first tall man that you talked to is like, oh my God, the machines, they're here. We have to beat them back. We're going to cut over to Daphne. Daphne, Mama Beth has come in, and she's like, Daphne, it's so lovely to see you. You're up early today. Is it because of the big dance?
Of course it is, Mama Beth. I have to get myself all ready, and I have
Yes.
to do a lot of rituals to be ready for it. So
Now, did you decide to go with Caitlin? Your mama Ava was saying, oh, she had some ideas in her head, but I knew how you felt about Caitlin.
So I think this is like a dream that's sort of more from Daphne's subconscious before she went to Inkwood.
Mhm.
So I think I think this is like what Daphne imagines her life would have been like if she hadn't been trans, if she could have just gone to the British school. So I feel like this is a dance at the British school
Sure.
and that kind of thing. So I think she'd be like, I can't remember the name of any of the kids we made up for the British schools, so I think Caitlin is fine instead of
Yeah,
we'll
we'll say that Caitlin's on an exchange program in this version of reality.
Yeah, I think Caitlin's probably like a stand-in for who like that girl would be at the British school. So
Yeah.
I think Daphne's subconscious has put two people together into one person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I don't think there was any other choice than Caitlin.
Oh, well, yes, she's lovely and she's wonderful. Now listen, Don't forget, you need to go down to the store to pick up your dress, and they close at noon. So don't run into any complications on the way because you need to make sure that you get your dress before noon. And she checks her watch and says, now it's 11 right now, so you have an hour to get there. Would you like a ride?
Sure, if you're offering one up.
Yes, of course. I'll need to run some errands on the way, so maybe we should go get your dress and then we'll go run the errands or something like that. We'll figure it out.
That makes more sense if there's a limited amount of time to get to it. Like I don't want to be like, I know your errands are important, but I need my dress, Mum.
Daphne, what was your memory that you had?
My memory was the moment in the private Inkwood library when Melody first figured out that she could work the phone and do the magic that the Hexbreakers had been doing. And I think that's the moment when Daphne started realizing she had feelings for Melody. And I think it was partly because Melody in that moment, like she just saw like this joy and this power coming off of her at like unlocking this new kind of magic that she'd never discovered before, that no one had discovered before. And I think that was because I feel like that's around the time when the characterization of Daphne changed from being just kind of like the like very like what's the word I'm looking for, like kind of haughty like the very like kind of judgmental like privileged kind of girl to being conceited is what I'm looking for. And I think that's when she was like, oh, the way that I've been picturing the world and magic and the universe is broken, and this is a person that is amazing and is doing something totally different. So that's so she's thinking about Melody in that moment.
Okay, cool. There is on the table, suddenly you hear something go, and there's like this weird glowing brick just sitting on the table. You've never seen, I mean, you've maybe seen stuff like this out in the mundane world. You don't know what it is. Your moms would never have something like this. It's just on the table and it's buzzing.
Mama Beth?
Yes.
What's that trinket?
What's what?
That right there on the table. The thing that's buzzing.
The sugar dish? That's just a sugar dish that we used to put sugar in.
No, next to it. What is that?
I don't see anything there. And she puts her hand down and it like goes like through this glowing thing.
No, and I go and I try to touch it.
It's there and it buzzes as soon as you touch it. And there's one word on the screen. It says Melody.
Melody. Melody. Melody Inkwood.
Who? Caitlin Inkwood?
No, not Caitlin. Her cousin.
Inkwood. They're like an American family of magicians, correct? Like they practice some pretty sketchy stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm pretty sketchy myself, and maybe that's what I need a little bit more of.
All right. If you want to remember everything, you can roll brains and beat a 6.
Yeah, I kind of have to on that. I think like
you can re-ensconce yourself in this world as much as you want.
I think this feels like a moment to roll, and I think this is a time instead of choosing to fail, I'm going to see what fate tells me happens.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. I only rolled a 4, so I did not break through.
Okay, but you definitely come very close to understanding that you are not somewhere real, that you are in, to some degree, a simulation of some sort. But it is one where everything is pretty hunky-dory. So we will cut over to Chandler. Chandler, what was the thing that you had as your memory?
My memory was the last Christmas that I got to spend with both my mom and dad as a family before they divorced. And that memory, and I hadn't really had a great Christmas since then until this most recent Christmas when I got to kind of connect with everybody. And even though they're not my dimension people, they're that camaraderie was something that made him feel similar to that same feeling that he had to that first Christmas. So, or that last Christmas that he spent with his family. So that's where he's at.
Yeah. So, the wizard comes down to you and claps you on the back and says, Chandler, my boy, you did such a wonderful job. You defeated evil. You saved us all. And you didn't even have to die doing it. Now, see, that thing you believed that you would have to sacrifice yourself, it just turned out to not be true. Very good for you. Congratulations, capital. Now let us all sing you the song of victory. All, and the entire crowd of people gathered start singing, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. And the wizard points at you to do the ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Bells on bobtails ring, sneaking spirits bright. What fun it is to glide and sing a sleighing dog tonight. Oh, Chandler Drake, he's our hero man. He proceeds along these lines.
He starts like doing the things that the doctor taught him to do to make sure he didn't have another concussion. Like,
and you just like something about this song doesn't feel like a victory song. It feels like it's out of place, like it should fit somewhere else. Do you know where it is? Roll me brains and beat a 6.
Oh, Lord. Hey, that's a 4 on the 4.
You only got to get 2 more.
that's a 1 on the 4.
Oh, no.
You like,
Hey!
what you do is you recognize that this is actually the song Jingle Bells, which is usually performed at Christmas. And for some reason, the lyrics are about you. And that seems a little suspicious. You don't like get over the hump. You just like, you get that close.
It's like when Elton John changed lyrics of Candle in the Wind for his Diana. Yeah. Like, well, we have a hero. We have to get his hero song worthy of him. So let's just change the word Jingle Bells to make it make more sense.
This is like 5,000 Candles in the Wind.
And yeah, so the wizard's like, now listen, we will take you back to your place of honor, and we will seat you at the high table, and all will love you and gaze upon you for as long as you would like. You are, after all, the most important hero to have ever lived, the chosen one. Capital C, capital O.
That's a lot of pressure, but I'm here to do it.
You've already defeated the Dark Lord Moron. You can take it easy from now on.
But what am I supposed to do after? I hadn't thought about what comes after the... Huh.
Would you like to be the king? Would you like to be the Grand High Wizard? Would you like to quietly retire to the countryside and marry the person of your choice? Would you like to go back to school? Would you like to graduate from school? Would you like to become an actor? Would you like to parlay your fame into many sponsorship deals? Would you like to become one of the Bubble Chums? Would you like to become one of the Bubble Chums' cousins?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
We're going to cut over to Tanager. Tanager, what are you up to? Are you going to go approach these women who are doing some proto magic?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I just plop myself down like in the circle and just just try to like sink into the rhythm and feel it. Because like whatever they're selling me, I am buying in hook, line, and sinker. And I know she said something about the simulation, but it's like, this is too cool to not explore.
Yeah. You sit down at the edge of this circle, and the women are singing. And as they sing, like, there are dead leaves that come up in the center and go into a whirlwind like this. And then they stop singing and the leaves fall, and they sing again and the leaves go into a whirlwind like that. And they kind of are just giggling. They're like, it's like 4 teenage girls, like homo habilis, whatever, the one that's right before Homo sapien. And they're like having a nice time.
I try to pick up the song and see if I can also sing it. And
yeah, you are able to sing. It's not a very hard, it's Jingle Bells. No, it's not Jingle Bells. It's very like proto music. It's just almost like chant. And as you join it, you notice one of the leaves start to take root, and like it's like a tree starts to form, and then the song ends and it just evaporates.
I'm gonna try and sing the song louder, and if possible, like get them to sing along with me and like get it to like take root.
Okay. Why don't you roll me? Roll me either charm or brains, whichever you think makes more sense for how you're approaching this problem of trying to sort of get them on board with your magic.
I want to go brains because it's better, but I think it's really charm.
Okay. So beat they're into what you're doing. Beat a 4.
Okay. And I get my magic die as well?
Sure.
And I get a +1 on charm magic.
Cool.
That's an exploding D4, so there's 4 and 4 is 8. That's another 4. It's 12 plus 1 is 13. So.
Yeah, cool. So show off. Yeah. So they sort of giggle excitedly and look at you, and they're like clearly a little bit curious about you because they are technically a different species, but they're like, okay, sure. And you all sing together, and this time all of the leaves root down in the ground, and a tree erupts from the ground, and it grows and grows and grows, and it has like a weird glowing golden quality to it, like Michelle's magic tends to. And you recognize that it is like a map, not just of this reality, but of others. And you can't take it with you. It's a tree, but you can use it to kind of get wherever you want to go. And this is when you realize you are not in the prison. You are literally in the distant past.
Oh, wow. Did my cell phone make the trip with me?
Sure. Everything you had on you is with you. In fact, Chandler wrote on your arm, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you look at your arm and it's still written there.
Nice. Oh, nice. I'm going to take a picture of the tree.
Okay. Okay.
And then can I see any person on the tree? Is there something that guides me? Is it just like words or symbols or just feelings?
It's kind of just feelings. It's like if you are thinking about a person, you can get to them. And so taking a picture of it, you're mostly just going to have a picture of a really cool tree that glows golden. But yeah, like if you like touch the tree, you can kind of like understand how everything fits together.
Okay, cool. So I want to focus on the tree, and then I'm torn. Like Daphne is more powerful magic, but Melody is more with the like weird breaking rules stuff. I think I'm going to try and focus on Melody and get to Melody.
Okay. Before you do that, roll me brains and just tell me what you get.
Okay. 4. Which
Okay.
is apparently my number tonight.
Okay. So you spend enough time touching the tree that from now on, when you like roll to like locate something in the multiverse, figure out what's wrong with the multiverse, you will add a +2 automatically. So that's a thing that will be helpful. Just I guess write that down somewhere because I will inevitably forget. Yeah. So you're going to focus on Melody, and you are like, Melody is in like one of the Matrix movies. It's very strange. But yeah, you can see her. She's sitting there with Neo and Trinity and Morpheus, and they're just like having lunch, except there are robots about to come through the wall.
So I want to try and break through and join them.
Sure. That's yeah, you don't have to roll even to do that. You can just pop into her reality. You're going to leave all of this behind. You can't get back to it, but you can pop through to Melody's reality.
and that sucks. I'm gonna go back there. But I gotta help my friends. So, I just bust through and I'm like, Melody, there's robots coming, and I saw a tree, and I know how to get through the multiverse.
Do I see Tanager?
Yes, you see
Okay.
Tanager. Even as the door to the cafeteria swings open, and a guy with like a wire coming around the back, and he's got these glasses on, comes in and says, Ms. Inkwood,
Do I
you've been
Oh,
you've been meddling again. This is an agent. Nobody wants to get in trouble with the agents. That's kind of like annoying.
that's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I recognize Tanager?
Yeah, roll me a brains and beat a 6.
Ah, a 2. You can't be here. This is dangerous. We've got to get out of here. So I'm gonna do the Matrix thing where you like go and you like smash another door open and you like grab the person and you push them through. And I don't think I shoot any guns or anything at the agent, but I'm gonna like leave it to like stall them.
All the others, like the woman jumps up in the air and like reality seems to turn around her. It's pretty rad, honestly.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Don't worry, those dudes know kung fu.
Yeah, of course we do. We all know kung fu. Wait, do I know kung fu? Well, just
You know
run.
kung fu. Yeah.
And I do run, but I try to like pull you along with me.
Oh, I'm going. I'm like pushing you. I'm trying to
Okay,
keep you
great.
going. Like,
Okay, great. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were trying to get us both out of there or trying to push me out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So as I go through the door, I try to focus on Melody and try and see if I can find a way to get to Melody.
too bad we didn't all share our memories before we left, huh? Sorry.
Okay.
It's getting a little bit testy about the door.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Tell me what you think Tanager's #1 memory of Melody is.
Of Melody or Daphne?
Of Melody. You'd said Melody earlier. If you want to break through to another reality, you can, but I'm gonna make you work for it. So.
Oh yeah. Now that I've got Melody, I want to try and break both of us.
Got it.
Daphne.
Cool.
I think you accidentally said Melody, and I think that's why we got confused. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's my intention, is to try and get us to where Daphne is now, but keeping Melody and I together.
I will say 2 things that you are aware of. One is that you can do magic here, but you can't do the magic that you learn at school. You can just do very raw brute force nature magic, basically, that like the stuff you saw the girls practicing. And you also are vaguely aware that what is happening here is constantly trying to make you think that this is where you belong and this is how it's always been. And it's very hard to break out of that. And that seems to be what's happening to Melody.
Okay. Let's see. So I want to try and, so we're going through doors.
Yeah.
And
these doors are operating like portals because it is a matrix reality. So you are like ending up in like Tokyo and now you're in Paris and, like that.
oh, sweet. I know what. Melody, find us a soda machine.
Is that how you dial out? Okay, that's weird, but sure. All right.
You built a network in the portal machine, don't you remember? Take the red pill.
Switch. I need to find a soda machine.
A soda? What? I don't know if I can get you to a soda machine. I can get you to a phone. I can't get you to a soda machine though.
I mean, the closest thing, like maybe a phone on a school campus. There's probably a soda machine there.
There's a discontinued Bubble Chum soda machine in the basement. If you can get all the way down there, maybe we can plug it in and turn it back on.
Perfect. Okay, sounds good. Okay, we're heading to the basement. What's your name?
It's me, Tanager.
Okay, Tanager. Okay, we're heading down to the basement. Go, quick.
Switch is like, cool screen name, Tanager. Love it.
Yeah. So we're doing like the Matrix, like frantic chase, like down the stairs and like the elevator shaft and like the.
Yeah. Tell me some cool stunts you do on the way down, because it's all just rolling to beat a 1. So I'm just going to assume you do all of it.
Yeah. Definitely. I feel like we take the stairs until like, oh, then suddenly we hear footsteps and it's probably another agent. So we like hit the button for the elevator, but like jump in, like force it open and go down the shaft by like using the cables. Or no. We do the cool thing where you jump from one side to the other. Like the really amazing thing. And then like we'd let ourselves into the elevator and then we like casually hit the button of the basement because the elevator's down at the bottom and like just walk out the door.
In like that 3/4 slow mode.
Yeah.
There is a soda machine over in the corner for Bubble Chums, a soda that you've never heard of, but it is unplugged. And there's a plug right there if you want to plug it in.
Yeah, I'll go plug it in. And
okay. It lights
Melody, open it up. I'll turn it on.
Oh, open it. All right. So I'm going to try and like literally open it.
Yeah. You don't have the key for it. I mean, unless you want to well, actually it is. Yeah. You can you open it like wide open, but it's like you're just pulling it open and you can see the soda can stacked inside.
Yeah. But what now?
I don't know. There's supposed to be a portal in here.
Oh no.
You made the soda machine network.
Oh no. You're confused. No, we use the phones.
Use the phones? How does that work? Okay, phone us to Germany.
Phone us to Germany. Well, we have to get to a phone now. So now we have to. Oh, I thought you knew how to get out of here. Okay.
I thought you knew how to get out of here.
Does Tanager realize that Melody doesn't recognize her or anything?
Do you, Tanager?
I don't think I do. I think I'm just assuming because I know who I am that you know who you are.
You are aware again that the simulation is trying to make you think this is how it's always been. So you are aware of that. Whether you've made that conclusion for Melody, I don't know.
And I did ask. Yeah, sorry. And Melody did ask you your name.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, Melody, you gotta focus here. Feel your toes, feel your hair, feel your hands, and put the puzzle together.
Melody, roll me brains. Beat a 6. Tanager is going to assist, so you automatically get a +1 from that.
Oh my gosh. This die hates me. It's a 3 and then 4, so 4.
No.
Tanager, do you have anything else you want to try and wake Melody up?
Oh man, I don't. I'd have to think about that.
Do I have my cell phone on me? Okay.
Oh yeah.
You have if you want there to be a phone, there's a phone there.
Oh, I have my cell phone.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, I pull out my cell phone and I show a picture of me and Melody and Daphne and Chandler. You're like, do you remember this at the school? This is us.
No, this is tricks. This is more. You must be with the agents, trying to convince me something that's not real.
I'm not with the agents. I'm trying to break you out of the Matrix.
I'm already out of the Matrix. That's why I need to get to the phone.
Switch, who's still listening, is technically right now we're in the Matrix, but yeah, we need to get you out of the
Yeah. Thank you, Switch. Thank you. That's helpful.
Maybe that's why it doesn't work, because we're in the Matrix, so we can only go somewhere in the Matrix, and your machine thing doesn't work in the Matrix. Oh my god, this is so confusing. I'm going to try and do a magic spell to clear her mind.
Okay, sure. Tell me exactly what it is you're trying to do.
I feel like this, this is maybe something that we learned in Defense Against Malicious Magic class.
Sure.
How to shield your mind against, intruding control.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's sort of like the opposite of using magic to erase somebody's memory or, sort of like restoring them.
Cool. Yeah, so this could happen, but not naturally. That's a 6. 6. So beat a 7. I think roll me charm. Charm plus magic die. Beat a 7.
7 plus 1 is 8.
8. Tell me what it looks like as you clear Melody's mind.
So I think this is like I pull out my wand and I do the more like European tradition spell, and it's very much a like swirly hand motion, and then like the little green sparkles start to swirl around, and they just swirl around her head, and then just sort of explode away. Yeah.
Melody, what does it feel like to you?
I think it's like just like when the lights come on real fast and then like your eyes can't quite adjust, so like for a minute everything's just a little bit just like blown out, and then your eyes kind of adjust to what it is. So I think it's like oh, and then everything kind of becomes like in focus, and I can really see everything well. Wait, oh no. Oh, we've got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Ms. Inkwood. There's an agent at the door.
Are they real? Are they?
I think they're real enough.
I'm gonna try and okay. So technically the agents are a computer program.
Technically.
So I'm gonna see if like I'm gonna reach in my pocket and like pull out my magic phone now.
Okay.
And see like I'm gonna try and just change it into like a puppy.
Okay. Change the agent into a puppy.
Yeah, like not actually like it will still be kind of an agent, but instead of being like a human model for the video game, it's going to be like the puppy model for the video game. So it's still probably going to have like the little earpiece. And
I think you're mixing up your Wachowski films. You're thinking of Jupiter Ascending, where Channing Tatum plays a dog.
Yeah.
Or you're
I love dogs. I've always loved
John
dogs.
Wick.
Roll me beat an 11 magic die, whatever you'd normally use for tech magic.
Okay. Let's see. Usually I'll do brains, I think, for this
I
one.
love Jupiter Ascending. It is so dumb, but so good.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Yeah. Like he sprouts dog ears, but like it doesn't change all the way. Like whatever magic sustains this place is very strong. I would go ahead.
9, 10, 11. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot to add my other 3.
So he takes another step towards you, and like his nose turns into a dog nose. Tell me like what happens so that by the time he gets to you, he looks like Odie from Garfield.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where very similar to in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's like slowly like pops out like a dog nose, and it's a little cartoony looking. And then it's just like he looks like very serious and annoyed in that Elrond like Mr. Smith type kind of way. And then like the ears pop out. What? No. And he does like the like walk. Yeah, I'm gonna get you before I turn into a dog, but slowly, just like bloop 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 bloop. And then he's like, by the time he like gets to us, he's the little dog, and he's like cartoony, and like there's a suit laying on the ground that he just kind of walked out of behind him, and he's just like bark, 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 with like still the earpiece though, like very angry barking. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there is now an agent dog. What do you want to do next?
Well, first I have to scratch the poop. Scratch behind the ears.
Very good dog.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very. I mean,
Can you pet the dog in Matrix game? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can.
The Twitter feed's very happy now.
Yeah. And Emily's, or I'm sorry, and Emily, yeah, I guess Emily and Melody's like combined Matrix game. Yes, you can.
Yes.
You can pet the dog.
Yes.
And then okay, so all right, the soda machine. We've got to use the soda machine. So how did you find me? How do we find the others?
Oh, well, I just like focused on a glowing golden tree. But I think if,
Okay.
yeah, but I think if we can find a soda machine in the real world, then we could just use that.
Well, if we connect to a soda machine in the real world, won't that take us away from the prison? We need to get to their prisons.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me try that tree thing again then. And Tana just starts singing that song again, and trying to to focus back on that magic that made the song, that made the tree from the song.
You do become aware that you can travel through the soda machine to other cells within the prison. They all will have a soda machine in them. It's basically like a maintenance thing. So you can do that, but you are going to have to roll for it basically. So yeah. So do you know where you want to go next?
Okay. Melody, where would Daphne be?
Oh, I think, well, especially with, how long her moms have been gone, she's probably with them somewhere, maybe at home. I could see her doing that.
Okay. So I'm going to just try and focus in on Daphne, since I don't really have a concept of her home, except, we did go to the British school.
Mhm.
So that actually makes sense that would be the closest I know of.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can, so let's try and go, I'll try and focus on the soda machine at the British school. It's
Cool.
also bubble chucks.
Cool. So roll me a flight. You get your +2 because you're doing something with going through the multiverse. So just beat an 8. No magic die though.
No magic die. Okay.
Yeah. And if Melody, if you want to assist somehow, that's cool.
Okay, I will definitely help assist.
I'm okay though. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
2d10.
Great. So yeah, you find yourself in the pathway between worlds, and where normally the soda machine network takes you all around the world. This one is like, you can see it just is like a single stop everywhere, because each of them is to the one soda machine in each cell. You become aware that you are also here with one of the bubble chums themselves. WizKid is here. And he's he looks, he says, "Whoa, hey kids, how you doing? You found your way in here."
Yeah, hi, WizKid.
"Hey, you kids are pretty smart. I'm pretty impressed by you. Here's a free Bubble Chums button."
Oh, thank you. What are you doing here?
Just some maintenance, just making sure everything's working right. We live in the world between worlds. Woo, kind of crazy. Can I help you with anything?
I'm trying to find our friend.
Right. Which one? Daphne or Chandler or Dante?
Well, we were looking for Daphne, but if you know where Chandler or Dante are, that's awesome too.
Well, I know where Chandler is. I think Dante doesn't exist anymore, which seems kind of crappy, but you know what? That's fine. But yeah, we can work on that later. Chandler is right over there. Daphne's right over there, but I will warn you, it could be pretty tricky to get either of them out. They're stuck in like realities that are very pleasing to them. Also, Daphne's with her mom, so like you could probably get them out at the same time.
Oh, that's
That would be-
awesome.
That would be pretty badass.
Hey.
Two grown-up witches with us.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's that's where you need to go. Cool.
Thanks for the button.
You're welcome.
Thanks, kid.
If you ever want a bubble chum, just tap it and say, "Bubble me up," and it'll pop into your hand.
Nice. All right. So do we go for Chandler or Daphne next? It might be hard to get Daphne out of there with both her parents. It might take all three of us to like to wake her up out of that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's grab Chandler.
Okay.
Right.
Chandler, you are at the castle. They're having a huge feast in your honor. What is the one food they have here that you are surprised they were able to get that you just love so much?
They were able to get specifically my grand's macaroni and cheese recipe.
Wow. Yeah.
That surprisingly actually isn't macaroni and cheese. It's actually more of like a pasta casserole, but she told you it was macaroni and cheese, and that's completely warped your entire reality to what macaroni and cheese actually is for in your entire adult life. I'm not thinking that in real life at all.
Melody and Tanager, you pop into the back of this massive throne room that is full of people, and you can kind of see up ahead that someone's up on the dais, and all of the people are singing, "We love Chandler Duke. He's the bestest guy. Hero till the end. We love Chandler Duke. Hey, 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 Chandler is our king.
Oh
We
my
think that he
God.
is great."
Wow.
This
That's-
is some serious ego trip.
Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't even recognize you, so he might not even recognize us when we go up there. So we need to find a way to really get his attention.
Okay.
How do we do that? In this crowd. Like, we're going to start, like, as we're talking, like, kind of trying to push our way forward in the crowd.
Chandler Duke, Chandler Duke. We love Chandler Duke.
Is he
Why
on a
that
throne?
song? Of all the songs, why is it that song?
I don't
They
know.
finished the
British
song.
people are weird.
They finish the song and pivot to Chandler Duke. Chandler Duke. He's so great.
I didn't realize Chandler liked Christmas music so much.
I didn't think anybody liked Christmas music this much.
Someone did, and it's your GM.
All right, so we're like pushing our way forward in the crowd.
Yep.
Nobody's
Nobody's quite resisting you, but like they're like you don't have to like fight, but it is definitely like people are starting to become aware of your presence.
Okay. Is it like good or bad?
You get the sense that it could turn bad very quickly, but so far they're just enjoying singing to their new king, Chandler Duke.
Okay. I don't think they like that we're here, Taninger.
Yeah, if it's like maybe these are the like agents in this world.
There is suddenly this tall man in a blue wizard cloak and like a hat stands up and says, "Silence! There are intruders in this room who have come to assassinate the king. I am looking for a young woman with a strange glowing box and a young person who clearly knows more about magic than they are letting on."
Melody immediately like pockets her phone.
Oh man, who would that be?
That sounds
We
very
love Chandler
unsafe.
Duke.
Assassinate me? That seems preposterous. I was able to take out the evil one. The Dark Lord Moron. No one can take on me. Or take me on.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Promise me we are never gonna let him live this down.
That will, if we live through this, that is a promise. No one could hurt Chandler. He's too amazing.
And hot.
Both of you roll me charm and beat a 4. I think this is going to work, but I just want to see what happens.
Oh dear.
Oh, I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Exactly 4.
Everyone is kind of like, they look at you and they're clearly on the edge and they're like, Chandler is duking and snowing inside. Chandler, we love you. You are our best king. And yeah, they're swaying back and forth like lighters. They're like torches. They're going like this with torches. Yeah. And for a moment. Go
There's
ahead.
even like a Christmas song with King in the lyrics, and we're like dancing around it. Good King Chandler, Duke looked out on
Yeah, there we go. Good King Chandler, Duke looked out, and he saw a demon. Dark Lord Moron need to die.
I'm so glad this is happening.
No, you're
You
glad
are-
this is happening to me.
Yes.
Chandler, as you are standing there listening to everyone sing, you become aware that like everyone is swaying back and forth except for 2 figures who are trying to make their way toward the stage. What do you do?
I put down the giant spoon that I've been eating this macaroni and cheese from out of the casserole dish itself and set that aside. And I beckoned them towards the throne.
Okay.
You there, the free thinkers, please approach the throne. You're not in trouble. No one is in trouble because I am here to stop all trouble.
Sire,
So-
are you sure this is wise? These people mean to kill you. They mean to assassinate you.
Well, they won't succeed.
So I'm going to grab Tanninger's hand. All right, let's go. Look friendly. Don't laugh. We're going to just very nicely go up and I'm going to like awkwardly bow like I've seen like other people do better.
Now, surely you've heard that I slew the great Dark Lord Moron. So you can't possibly think that you could actually harm me. So perhaps we can talk these issues out. I have been told, a fairly wise king.
Oh, we don't want to hurt you. No.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Have you had any macaroni and cheese? And he gestures at you with a giant spoon.
Oh,
Macaroni and cheese?
we came because we really care about you and we want to know more about you.
Oh, lovely. Maybe you can help me make some decisions.
Yes, we might be good about that. Do you like soda machines?
I hadn't really thought about it. I have a contract to be a bubble chum.
Oh, yeah, yes. Bubble chum is excellent. Oh, in fact, I have this really here. You should wear this button for a moment.
All right. Yes, I appreciate your gift. That's most kind.
Double tap on it.
Yes, you should always double tap.
Yeah, and and then what was it? What was the
I
word?
think it's I would really like a bubble chum.
Oh yeah, I'm for some reason I
Oh, no, it was bubble up. It was bubble
Oh,
me
yeah.
up. There we go.
but
Yeah,
and
bubble
then
me
say you have to tap it and say bubble me up.
Strange customs where you're from, but I will gladly do as you say. Bubble me up, double tap.
Bubble chum immediately appears in your hand. Your advisor's like, Sire, don't become an influencer. We don't need this kind of business around here.
Well, I think it'll be fine as long as I don't get involved with any, agents. I hear that agents are really, really difficult to deal with and really annoying. So
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
You don't, there's, the Dark Lord has his eyes and ears everywhere.
Well, I say let them come so we can be rid of them once and for all. And I will lift up the bubble chums and drink it.
Roll me a brains and
Lord.
beat 6. And you get 1 point each from Melody and Tanager being here.
Nice. That's a 2 on the dice, so that is 4.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Roll a D here, 4 here, folks.
Yep. That's, I could have foreseen this. So Melody, Tanager, what do you want to do? Because the advisor is looking at you very curiously, but like is not yet like moving to have you destroyed.
Should I try my spell?
I think maybe just give it another try or something a little more subtle. Sire, one of the things that I heard that might be true, and I just, if you could like confirm this for me, was that you actually built your own obstacle courses to perfect your fighting technique.
Oh, absolutely. Do you want to see them?
Yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to see what you made to just perfect your physical prowess to defeat the Dark Lord moron. Moron, yeah.
Here, it's out back. Come on.
Excellent.
I don't know about this, says the advisor, but
It'll be
obviously.
fine. What could possibly go wrong? I built it myself.
Dude, pull your broom out of your ass.
No, I pulled it out of the Dark Lord's chest. It's easily confused. It was a weird angle that took the picture from. So I understand the confusion. But yeah, it was... Yeah.
I'm talking about Stuffy McStuff shirt here.
Oh, yeah. He's alright. He's cool.
Well, tell him to be cooler. I mean, you're the king, you know.
Yeah. Melody, roll me charm,
Oh, dear.
and Chandler also roll me charm, and whoever gets the higher score is who wins here. Basically, if Melody rolls higher, then Chandler. This works for Chandler, and if Chandler rolls higher, then he's just going to make you watch him do his obstacle course.
Well, now I'm rolling really well because that 8 exploded. So that's a 14.
What? Just so it was an 8 the first time. What'd you get, Melody?
3.
So you're going to sit here for a while and watch this happen. Daphne, let's cut over to you because we haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, because what happened is Chandler obviously got knocked out, so I had to wait for him to wake up from his concussion.
Daphne, you are at the dress store. Oh my God, what's the dress look like? What is this dress?
Can I make a kind of a bigger pitch here?
Sure.
I think since I failed that roll to wake up, and based on what you said during Melody's thing of how like this place is working overtime to make me think that I belong here or whatever, I think that because I imagine Daphne's entire life she was raised with like stories of King Arthur and Morgan Le Fay and Avalon and like this like Arthur, and also like her family's magic is based in like paganism and druidism and stuff like that. So I think that this dream is working so hard to make her never want to leave it. So I think that like it was just like a typical small British town, but I think it's now kind of morphed into this like elvish style city, like you would see like in a Tolkien fantasy. Like it's like essentially Avalon. Like there are buildings with waterfalls. There are buildings like that are incorporated into trees and stuff like that. It's what she fantasized about the British school being and the magic world being when she was a child and hadn't like fully gotten into it yet. So everything is just over the top. And so I think her dress is also like very like Tolkien-esque. It's very like fey. It's very elvish. Like it's very like, it just looks very like something you would see like at a Ren fair and like a very like delicate, like it looks like somebody like hand wove all this like silk and did all this kind of stuff with it. And yeah.
The girl at the dress shop who's kind of a bored teenager who's whatever the Avalon equivalent of looking at your phone is, she's got like a little cup of water that she's just kind of staring into and like running her finger through it every so often. Yeah. She's
Oh,
chewing on her
I've
gum.
already
She's
seen
like,
this one.
"That's a pretty dress, right? Really like that dress. It's gonna look good on you."
Well, it's quite perfect, actually. Thank you so much. It's exactly what I imagined I would wear to my first school dance when I was a wee one.
Yeah, you're just the most special girl around, aren't you? Almost like everything here is perfect for you. Not perfect for all of us, though. That's
Oh.
fine.
What's wrong for you?
Oh,
Like,
it's fine.
Leaning
I
in like
have
my
to.
princess.
I have to work on a Saturday. Do you want to work on a Saturday? What am I doing? What is this accent right now?
I don't know, but I quite like it because if it makes you happy, then I'm happy too. I don't think anyone should have to work. Don't you have little like birds and mice who come and help you build the dresses?
A bird lands on your shoulder, Daphne, and is like, "We help you and not anyone else. But if you want us to help her, we'll help her."
I do. I want you to help everybody. I want everyone to have a good time.
Okay, I'll go get all the other birds and we'll make sure that no one ever has to work ever, except for the birds.
Well, no, but if you sing a song while you work, it's not like work at all.
Will you help us sing a song?
Oh, I should have thought about that before I made that joke. I should not. When
Working.
you sing a happy song, it doesn't feel like work at all. That's as far as I can do before I think I might fall into a legal tune.
When you sing a happy song, everyone likes to do the job. Yes, let's do the job today. And the teenage girl is like, "I will do some work too."
Oh, see, it's quite fun when you work while you sing along with it.
Yes, you go outside with carrying your dress. Mama Beth is in her pumpkin chariot, and there's horses. One of the horses is like, "Hello, Daphne. How are you today?"
Oh, hello, Popcorn. I'm having a great day. How are you doing?
"I'm doing just fine. I love working on a Saturday."
Oh, I didn't realize that you had like a concept of weeks and days. This is quite interesting to learn about.
Everyone here is sentient, so we all understand the passage of time.
I believe I had a thought at one point about workers' rights and what that means, but I can't quite place it.
Oh?
Yeah, I met a man, well, not quite a horse, but a unicorn. He looked quite like you, and he was very concerned about making sure that everybody had fair work treatment.
Oh, that sounds a lot like my co-horse here, Horse Mike.
I'm turning into Oliver. Hello? I want some more. I want some more horses that are not working.
Yes.
I just never want to see to end.
It's very fun to play.
Hey, it's me, Horse Mike. How you doing? What's up?
Oh, hello, Horse Mike. I believe I've met you before. We've talked a lot about workers' rights, right?
Yes, we talked about like unionization. I'm trying to unionize the horses here. 1 second. Okay. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what it means to be in a union and some of the benefits you can get from doing so. Okay, no, that's fine. We're going to cut over to the other scene right now. We're just going to assume that you're having a long conversation about workers' rights. What's going on back in Chandler world with all you three? Chandler wakes up from his concussion.
Yeah. That's sort of honestly what Melody was hoping for.
Yeah.
Because the chances of it happening are fairly high, at least in our reality. So she figures, okay, if he gets knocked out, maybe he can come to and remember things.
Chandler, I'm going to let you decide, did that work?
I think it worked well enough that if Tanager wanted to try her spell now, it would probably have a better effect than if it had before. He's disoriented, but it's familiar. So it kind of like it jostled things a little bit. So not everything is cemented in this reality as it was. So I'm gonna say yes-ish.
Okay. Tanager, if you want to do your spell, beat a 7. I believe we said that was on brains. Beat a 7, you get to roll your magic die. You get 1 from Melody being there to help you.
You can do it. I believe in you.
An 8 and a 1 is 9.
You did it.
Yay.
The green sparks fly out, surround you. Chandler, what's it like as you realize that you are in a simulation designed to make you so happy you'll never want to leave, and B, that simulation is all about how you're great. And your friends have just seen this.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, so I didn't design any of this.
Oh, no, of course not. No.
Okay, because yeah, I mean you know I'm the chosen one, but I'm not like the chosen one. Like this is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is. It's a prison. It's designed by bad people. Don't worry about it. But we have to hurry. We have to find Daphne now.
Okay, I didn't do anything dumb, right?
Well, I mean, depends on your definition of dumb. I mean,
You defeated...
no, not at all.
No.
Like, you didn't do anything dumb.
No, you're a hero. You did really great things.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, I've got a reputation to keep up. I don't want people to think that I'm not really up to snuff. So
The advisor is sorry. Go ahead, Melody.
Oh, I was just going to be like, you don't have anything to worry about from us.
The advisor is standing out at the edge of the obstacle course, and there's just people thronged around behind him, and he points at them and says, "They are after our king. We must destroy them before they can take our king away from us. And if our king says otherwise, don't listen to him. He's been poisoned by them. The only soda machine is inside the castle. This mob is between you and the castle. What do you want to do?"
Okay, time to go.
yes, he's right.
What?
I'm brainwashed, and you shouldn't listen to anything I say. So you should stay here and not let us in the castle.
Don't listen to him, fools. Roll me charm and just like beat a 2. Honestly, these people are like very into their king.
That's a 4. So.
Okay, yeah. So everyone kind of like is like, so we don't. Everyone goes, we don't. And then there's like a hallway parts for you, and the advisor is screaming and yelling and just yelling epithets. It's like, fools, gadzooks, gobbledygook, and like, but there's a straight pathway into the castle, and of course you know where the Bubble Chum soda machine is.
Let's go for it. Like,
Run.
Melody tries to run like she could in her cool Matrix reality, but it doesn't work.
And we're gonna cut back to Daphne, where
Daphne and Horse Mike have just wrapped up an amazing musical number about seizing the means of production. It was really good. It was really awesome.
Yeah,
was it called Seize the Hay?
Yes. Yes, it was. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was really good. I wish you all could have seen it, but we cut away because my mic popped out, so we didn't get to hear any of it.
Yeah, that was a good little song we wrote. My favorite part was when I went Union like that. I didn't know I could hit a note that high, but I could.
It was quite great. I love learning more about how to be a union member.
So you're like a princess or something, right?
I think that's what's happening now. Yeah.
That's cool. That's good. So it hasn't always been happening. Like, you'd think that reality would be kind of consistent.
Well, why wouldn't it? Magic is magic, and so sometimes you become a princess.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Great. So anyway, I'm on the clock today, and I assume I'm going to be paid and as many apples as I'd like. I'll be paid overtime for these apples.
Oh yes, I'll make sure you get paid for all your apples and a half because of how much hard work you're doing on a Saturday. Because that's what matters.
Great, wonderful. Okay, we're going
I
to
had a
pull you.
sit-down meeting with you and your union, and I made sure the company landed what you wanted.
Cool, great. So we're gonna go and we're gonna take you back to the place so you can get ready for your ball or something. I don't know what's happening anymore. Yeah.
That would be quite splendid. Thank you so much, Horse Mike.
I'm just gonna say your three friends enter the scene. How do you enter the scene, and what do you see when you get there? The other three of you.
Is this are the animals like cartoon-like, or is this live action?
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Daphne.
I think the animals themselves are animated. I think it's. I'm trying to think. No, I think it's probably more like Enchanted. I think it's probably like real animals that have like got that I'm like speaking with and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't know how I want to enter.
Everyone's all winded from the musical number they just did, so you got a lot of people who are taking 5 that are kind of like just like getting some water and
I feel like
taking a break.
yeah, I feel like we just like burst in like it's in some weird awkward way. Like we were still being chased, so we just kind of tumbled through, and we all just arrive and like do the thing where you like bump up and run into each other, and when someone in the front stops.
Oh dear, there are strangers from another place here.
Daphne?
We found you.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I'm Daphne Morgan. I'm Princess Daphne Morgan.
Princess Daphne Morgaine?
Okay, Daphne, how many fingers do you see?
2.
All right, she's good.
No, no, she's not. Daphne, are you okay? Where are your moms?
Oh, well, my mum Bethany is right here. She brought me down
Hello.
to the shop.
Hello.
I'm the Queen Bethany. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, that's fun. I was a king where I was from.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh,
Did
wow.
they sing lovely songs to you?
Kinda?
Good. Wonderful. Go ahead, dear. Continue talking with your friends.
I didn't know these people. Okay, they're my friends now. Hello.
Well, they're your
friends.
age. I just assume everyone wants to be your friend, my dear. You're so popular.
Thank you. I am quite popular.
I do want to be your friend.
Oh,
So-
that's lovely.
What are you getting the dress for?
There's a dance at the school tonight, and I'm going. I'm very popular, so.
Oh, that's wonderful. Who are you going with?
There's a very lovely girl who's asked me. Her name is Caitlin.
Oh.
And so I think our families, but you know, you ever have that feeling like it's not true love and you have that like longing in your heart, but you don't know why? I have that.
Oh.
I had sang a song about it earlier. I stood out, I think they call it an I Want song, and I sang it.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. So you're going to dance with Caitlin.
Here's a question for you, Emily.
Cool.
If Melody is my memory, does seeing Melody do anything for me? Like, if seeing her, does that make me roll anything, or am I still super locked into this fantasy?
I'm leaving that up to you. Do you want to roll?
I think I want to roll for it, because I
Okay.
do think that having the exact person that is my memory show up, I think would do something.
Roll brains and beat it too.
I think especially after she's looks very hurt from what
Yeah.
I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a 5.
Yeah. Tell me what happens when you see her.
Wait, no. I don't want to go to the dance with Caitlin.
You don't?
No, I wanted to go to the dance with you, but we didn't get to go.
That's right. Melody's gonna like walk up and like take her hands.
You asked me, and I think you only asked me because you felt bad for me, but it made me really happy. And then the more we were talking and the more we were hanging out, the more I like really wanted to go with you. But then we got back and it was too late.
Yeah, I really wanted to go with you too, but we were kind of busy saving the world together, which I think probably was more important, although not as much fun.
I've had a lot of fun with you.
I've had fun too. But we have to get out of here. This is not real. This is. Do you remember the prison where your moms were?
No, my mom's not in prison. They're right here. They're...
Yes, I'm not in prison at all. That's very strange of you to say. I'm
Wait.
right here.
Right.
Was I queen this morning?
No. Wait. Mama Beth, I don't think you were... You are in prison. I came to rescue you.
Yeah.
Roll me charm. This is your mom, so it's not going to be that hard, but roll beat a 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 9.
Tell me what you say to her. What's a memory you have with her that you convince her with?
You were the first person I told
Told?
that I was wrong. That I've been made wrong.
No. But how could you have ever thought you were made wrong? My goodness. Daphne, you're a lovely daughter. You always have been.
Well, you say that, but some of the other Morganes didn't agree. Because you weren't a Morgane, you were a Burn, so you were more open to it. And you and Mama Ava had already dealt with so much together.
Yes.
And you're the gentle one, you know, you're softer than she is. Why would she be making me porridge? Mama Ava hates to cook.
Well, I think they kicked her out of the Hexbreakers. They told her she wasn't welcome anymore because we thought you should be you.
You were Hexbreakers.
Oh, your mother was. I thought it was like a secret society or something. I thought they just got together down at the lodge and had a couple drinks, but I think they were manipulating time and space, perhaps. I'm not sure.
They've done horrible things to people I care about. They hurt a friend. They tried to kill a friend of mine. They tried to kill us.
Yeah, they kicked us out after they kicked your mother out after we accepted you. That's why you had to leave the British school, among other things. It's they are very certain that there's a certain way things should be, both in terms of personhood and in terms of magic. And I don't know if your mother knew the extent of it, but that's a question for her. Maybe we should get her and get out of here before they realize what's happened.
Are you all okay too? Tanager, Chandler, are you okay?
I am.
Yeah.
How many fingers, Chandler? How many fingers?
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There was a bit of a delay there, but that doesn't actually tell me anything. So
Well, I got hit in the head.
Yeah.
yeah, you do that. Mel's, you came.
Go ahead.
You came and got me.
Of course. Of course, we'll always come and get you. And I'll always come and get you. But
She kind of just, like, holds your hand and squeezes it.
she squeezes back.
Yeah.
But we have to hurry, so we have to go get your other mom, and we have to get out of here. And we have to find the dragon, remember?
Right, Alexandra, I told her I would help her. We have to help her.
Yeah.
And you
Fast
go.
as this pumpkin go?
What's that?
Fast as this pumpkin go?
Could you say it like a little bit louder? Like imagine if you were kind of far from the microphone and how you would say it that way.
How fast does this pumpkin go?
It's a dream pumpkin. It'll go as fast as we want it to.
This pumpkin goes so fast. You let me take this pumpkin. I get paid apples time. I get paid an apple and a half for every hour I'm on the job. So I'm
Horse
going
Mike,
to take.
I will give you 2 apples for this one.
Mike,
Okay.
it's so good to see you. You're amazing.
I don't think we've actually met before, but
Oh,
you know what? That's
okay.
great. Yeah.
This is a dream version of Mike. I don't think it's the actual Mike.
No, I know. It's so
I'm
good to see
Horse Mike.
He's very
My
nice.
cousin is Unicorn Mike, who you may have met before.
you. Yeah.
There's also Bus Driver Mike, and there's
Yeah.
there's Seahorse Mike, and there is Centaur Mike. Pray you don't meet him. He's kind of mean. Okay.
Is there a Minotaur, Mike?
No, sorry. He died. Very sad.
Oh, it's very tragic. He was in a maze, I bet. He was amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get in the coach and you are
that
like,
thread.
it is literally like that. It is like instantaneous because you are in special cartoon world and you're there, you're at home. And your Mama Ava gives Mama Beth a huge hug. And she's like, I just remembered everything. It's so strange what happened. And she looks at you, Daphne, and is like, I don't even know what to say to you. I feel like everything, all except that I always chose you before what they tried to make me do.
I think at this point, Daphne has reverted to her, like, what she normally looks like instead of this, like, fantasy version of herself. And I think the house has reverted back to, like, what their actual house looks like. I never doubted how you cared about me or how you felt about me. You never made me doubt you.
Yeah.
Everybody else did, but you never did.
Good. That's what I hoped for.
But this is bigger than you and I and Mama Beth and I right now. There are dire consequences. They're going to hurt our friend Michelle. We have to help Alexandra. We have to help the Inkwood school.
Ava looks around at all of you and says, listen, are you sure you want to leave this place? It is a place where you can have everything you've ever wanted. I know all of you well enough. Well, I know my daughter well enough to know that she would be friends with people who wanted to save the day, but you will be safe here. You will be provided for here. You will be happy here. I will not judge you if you decide to stay.
It's a prison, Mom.
Yeah, no way.
Okay, good.
And also, this place tried to build me a fantasy world, but it didn't give me the one thing that I wanted the most.
Oh, I got you. Bubble me up.
Yeah, I wanted the bubble chum. I was very thirsty.
Bubble Chum suddenly appears.
Dave!
Hi! Yeah. So, Ava nods.
I
Ava
made a
nods.
promise to Alexandra, and I'm not going to deny that promise to her.
Ava nods over to Tanager and is like, I think you're the one who can get us out of here. This requires the most ancient of magics. I think you're muted.
Oh, no, I'm just not speaking loud enough. Luckily, I learned all about how the trees work, and I can do this. And, okay, everybody join hands. And I'm going to
the other
put
one
all our
too.
hands
All right.
together. And it's kind of funny. Your hands are disappearing out of the side of the camera.
This is really great.
Really cute. So I get us all back holding hands, and I say, like, okay, focus on the castle, focus on Alexandra,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then when the tree shows up, just climb.
Got it.
Okay.
I don't, but I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
Roll me flight, Tanager. You're getting 3 from your friends, 2 for navigating reality, so you get a +5 already, but please beat an 8.
Please.
No magic die?
Yeah, roll your magic dice as well.
2 and 5 is 7, plus 5 is 12.
Hey, cool. A tree grows out of the ground. It's not like really a physical tree. It's like a tree made out of light. Tanager, tell me what else happens.
So as the tree sprouts up, I think leaves just made out of, like, glowing light start to fall around us, and anything in the in the reflection of the golden leaves, you can see different realities and different versions of ourselves inside them. And and then I think just holding hands, I just start walking up the tree and pulling them along with me, and we all just sort of walk, sort of do the Matrix walk, just walk up the tree horizontally. Yeah. And as and then the leaves just start to swirl around and take us to where we're intending to go.
You are in a dark, formless void. You have Daphne's moms with you. And in the distance, you can hear a man's voice shouting, "Bind her! We must not let her escape again." And you hear a terrible beast just growling and yowling in pain.
Oh.
I run in that direction, and I'm just already blasting at whoever's trying to grab her. Like, if I see a person with a rope or anything, blasting them.
Yep, I'm going in for a tackle.
Okay. There are, it's a weird, interdimensional prison space, but, so you come upon them much more quickly than you'd expect. So Daphne, I think we determined basically magic missiles, like roll me a 6 on fight, and, Chandler, roll me a brawn, beat a 4 on brawn.
I want a 15.
Hell yeah.
That's a 12.
Okay, so this guy's going down. This is the guy who was, this is Michelle's dad. This is, his name is Trevor. I'll just say that's his name now. And
was his name.
Yeah, his name. And he
It was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stares at you in abject terror as he gets hit in the chest by this bolt of lightning and tackled from the side. And he flies backward and just like, plunk,
I go, your
disappears.
daughter's name is Michelle.
He vaporizes out. He enters the void, and the other Hexbreakers who are holding the ropes kind of back away into the void as well, because they're that scared since you both did so great. And you become aware that the ropes are binding what is sort of a dragon-shaped form, though you can't quite see it. It's like they have a bag over it or something.
No.
I'm going to start cutting ropes with magic.
Yeah.
So let's arcane scissors go.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. And you are now looking upon a dragon who stares at you and says, "You are supposed to be prisoners in this space, like me. How did you get out?"
We're just that, we're good.
Friendship is magic.
Are you the dragon?
Yes, I'm Alexandra. I'm a dragon now. I used
I
to be.
told you her name. God, don't be rude.
I've
never seen a dragon before.
I used
But
to
if
be.
someone saw you, are you the dude? Are you the person? Are you the girl? Like you just.
She's trying to talk.
Sorry.
It's fine. You can continue conversing if you would like. I am very weak. I could use a drink of water.
Oh, pull me up.
I suppose this will do.
Rule of 3.
I'm sorry I can't answer your questions. They locked away so many things I used to know in my brain where I used to be, and now I just know what a dragon knows. If you can undo this transformation, perhaps I can help. But you would have to undo it.
All right, we can do that. How do we undo it? What's the deal?
If I knew, I would have done it.
Well, look, we all have different strengths, right? Like, I'm really good at just blunt magic, like powerful magic. And Mel's is like wicked smart at doing like new and interesting things with magic. And Tanager has this just like primal fury in them that they can unleash. And Chandler, you're also here. So we all have stuff. Like you're yeah,
Super
you're like strong, you're strong. Yeah. So how do we combine those things together? All of us using our own strength. Like, what can I do to channel some energy so that maybe my energy and Tanager's energy can form into something that Mel's is doing, and maybe Chandler, you can kind of be like the focus, so your strength will hold on to it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It sounds good to me.
What if you built like a small little contraption or obstacle kind of thing to help focus the energy, and then Mel's can do a magic spell with that, and Tanager and I can put energy into it.
Chandler, are you still carrying that sword that you killed the moron with?
Oh, this? Yeah.
Okay.
This probably would have been easier to cut the ropes. Oh. I forgot I was wearing it, to be honest.
I didn't know you had a sword. I wouldn't have thought of that weird convoluted thing if I'd known you had a sword this whole time. Thanks for telling me about the sword earlier, so you don't feel stupid. All right, Chandler, you hold the sword up like a hero, right? And Mel's, you figure out a spell to turn a dragon into a person, just like the basics of it, using one of your electronics devices. Mm-hmm. And Tanager, you and I will direct pure magic energy into the sword, and that way Mel's can then push it from the sword into the dragon to save her. Because your pure primal magic and my pure magic of Western magic, whatever, together could be something.
That's awesome.
So basically, out of character, Melody's concocting the spell. You and I are charging the spell, and Joey's character is focusing the spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I realized that I was rambling in character and it didn't make any sense.
No, it made perfect sense.
No, I'm following.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally followed you as well. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Maybe I stopped doubting myself. That's fine.
I think
I started thinking of a weird thing where and they would build an obstacle course that would be like an energy prism thing, but then I found it was a sword. I'm like, oh well, let's just cut past the weird prism idea and just go right
Chandler's
back to
gonna put a hand on Daphne's shoulder. Thank you for choosing me.
Aww.
Sure. You know what? I'm glad I did. She looks at the other ones like. So, I don't know. What should we roll or what?
I feel like Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I think there needs to be a slight adjustment. I think if the sword channels all the power into the phone, it will cause a problem. But I have this. She's going to pull out her charging cable and plug it into the phone and then hand the other end to Daphne and Tanager. So if you channel your power into this, it will go into the phone. And then I could use the sword like a antenna and amplify the signal, and it should then go at the dragon.
I like that. You're very smart.
It was your idea.
Yeah, but you made it better.
No,
you always make things better.
It was definitely, we work very well together. It's
God, you two, get a room.
We're trying to make rooms. I mean, we're in a limited void right now, so there are no rooms, so we have to do it. Anyway, okay, let's do the thing.
Okay.
All right. This is going to work. Everybody roll me a D12 and just tell me what you get.
Oh.
12.
2.
11.
Okay.
Joey
keeps moving your fingers so you're they're cut off, and you're like, "Is this what I'm doing?"
Oh, should
Three, my lord.
Should it explode?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
What did you say? 7 or 11, Adam?
11.
Okay. So that's 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 12 is 16 plus 11 is 27. So just a pure beam. Tell me what it looks like. Tell me what it looks like as this thing changes Alexander Beck, and I'm going to tell you an unforeseen consequence you didn't know about.
Uh-oh.
Who? It can be anybody. I feel like you should do it, Riley, because you kind of came up with the whole concept.
Well, I feel like since I came up with the whole concept, I want to give everybody else the floor and
Okay.
let them decide what their part of it is. I think my part is pretty clear, so.
Okay. Joey, why don't you describe, since I feel like the phone like zaps into the sword, but what does it look like when it's coming out of the sword at the dragon?
So I think it's very that Power Rangers moment when all the weapons are all stacked on top of each other and they're shooting the beam into the monster to destroy it. But in this case, it's shooting into the dragon to help empower it. It's kind of like if you're a Pokemon person, it's like a hyper beam coming from the sword into the dragon. So it's all multicolored and prismatic, and it's every angle of magic is shining through this. That's where all the colors are coming from, and all the different dimensions, different kinds of magic are spiraling through this.
Cool. And it's such a powerful spell that all sorts of like offshoots go from it. There's a beam that lands millions of years ago among a group of girls who are playing with some leaves that are swirling in the winds. There's one that lands at the back of a furnace in a shop class in Wausau, Wisconsin. There's one that lands in 1900 BCE on the Lunar New Year, and some people look at it in the Library of Alexandria and are like, what is this? This is interesting. And then there's one that lands at Inkwood Academy on the first day of school this year and sits up and shakes its head and looks an awful lot like it just entered Michelle. Yeah, you don't you probably don't realize all of that's happening. Maybe you do. It all just sort of flies out and floats around, and you look and you see Alexandra, and she is a tall woman who is wearing a kind of like short green wig. She has like a beret on. She's wearing a Sex Pistols t-shirt, and she has a little bit of beard shadow, and she looks at you and she says, fucking Hexbreakers, man. What's going on? So, they're going to be coming for us any minute now, but I can probably answer some questions if you got them.
We got a lot of questions.
Yeah, you should come with us and get out of here.
I think you're going to want me to hold them off. I know their tricks and I know my way around them. And you're going to go meet Michelle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
cool.
need to find a back door into our Inkwood Academy so we can help Michelle fight them off.
Cool. Well, listen, there's a soda machine nobody knows about. It's down here. You might know about it. I think you've been there before. It's right next to a poster of a kitten.
I'm very aware of it. Yeah, I remember it quite well.
I kind of try to keep it off the network, but you found it. So I don't think anybody knows about it. You should be fine. Well, I'll get you up to it. But yeah, what can I answer for you? We got a little bit of time.
Who are the Hexbreakers?
Okay?
Oh yeah, that too.
What? One at a time, please.
Kimmy, go ahead.
Who are the Hexbreakers, and how do we stop them?
Well, you kind of just created them, but they're an ancient order from ancient Egypt that kind of got. Listen, here's the thing: they're not good, they're not bad. The things they stand for, like trying to maintain some degree of order, it's necessary. You can't just have all chaos. You got to have some order too. The problem is they've gone a little too far. They think that they can control what people think. They think they can control how people are. They think they can control what magic is. So the problem is less the Hexbreakers themselves than this idea that things should be one certain way, and that's the only way. So yeah, I think what you need to do, I think you need to get rid of Trevor. I think that he's the real problem here. He seemed like he had some good ideas when I voted for him. I'm not exactly proud of this fact, but
he seems kind of like a dick.
He's a total dick. Dick.
Blast the heck out of him. Did that not get rid of him?
Oh no, he just probably went out into the void. He has so many protection spells around him. All he wants to do is fucking kill Michelle. It's like his Moby Dick thing. They're making kids read Moby Dick still, right?
What is that?
That doesn't sound like it's appropriate for us to read.
Is that the one about, like, the big fish?
It's about a whale.
That's what I said.
Daphne, it sounded like you had a question.
I just wanted to make sure you were going to be okay because you were already trapped down here. I don't feel right leaving you behind to stay trapped here.
I'll be fine. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but if you kids win, I'll be fine. Just make sure you win.
So
Okay.
what
And
do
no
we have
pressure,
to
it's
do
fine.
to win?
You have to
Take out
stop.
Trevor?
Well, you have to stop Trevor, and you have to stop what they're currently trying to do. Mr. Duke,
Yeah.
the reality you're from.
Yeah.
The Hexbreakers believe that that is the one prime reality and that we should all be in that reality. They're trying to converge everything on that point. I'm sorry you might have to die.
Oh.
What? That's kind of blunt. All right.
I'm just,
No,
listen.
it's okay. That's what I've been training to do.
No, It's not okay.
Totally
We're not
okay.
sacrificing people. That's what they would do.
You are the chosen one of that reality, and the story always ends with your death. If you can find a way around it, I understand, but I think the moment is already fairly grim.
Wait, this entire thing is based around the idea that these people think everything has to happen a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So don't sit here and tell me that our friend has to die because it always happens that certain way. Otherwise, what are we even doing here?
Listen,
Right? Priest, sir.
I trust and believe in you, and I think you can do it. I'm just saying this is how the story usually ends.
Well, I'm saying the story's going to end differently this time.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I believe in you. I trust you. You are clearly very skilled at magic. So I hope you can fix everything. What else? Can I answer anything else?
So if we get rid of the bad Hexbreakers currently, then that should fix things.
You'll also have to stop all the realities from converging. I mean, you've noticed that things are getting a little ginchy. Chandler ends up here. Dante ends up somewhere else. People blip in and out of reality. There's so many different Michelles. It's because they're trying to crash all realities into each other. You must have heard rumbles of the world where they're rounding up witches and putting them in captivity and all of that. Yeah, that's the world they want us to be in because they want to control who has magic and who doesn't and who is a witch and who isn't.
Oh no.
That's the world that Chandler is from.
All right, so you said we have to stop that from happening.
And the way to stop that from happening is for me to fulfill my destiny.
No, we're gonna find another way to keep that from happening.
But what I'm asking is what is actually causing it so we know what to stop.
Yeah, I think
Well-
What's the spell? What's the machine? What's the enchantment? What is actually doing it?
yeah.
There's an enormous demon. He's big. He's red. He has horns. His name is the Dark Lord Moron, and he is fated to face your friend in combat. Now, what I am saying is the way that I know how to stop this is for your friend to give his life. I don't know another way. I hope you can find one, but that is not a thing I can provide you. You will have to figure it out on your own. Here's what I do know. I know that Wendell Parker and Emily Travell, who are two of the freedom fighters, have been working on alternate solutions. If you can find them, they might help you. If you can find Michelle, she might help you as well. But she's the one the Hexbreakers blame for everything, and they're going to try to have her killed.
Oh.
I'm saying this is very, very, very dangerous. I'm just trying to underline the gravity of this situation for you.
I understand that. I'm not mad at you. What I'm saying is, I don't accept it.
All right. Good. I don't either.
Chandler gives his life to fight the Dark.
I know, it's such a bad name.
Ugh. Chandler gives his life to fight this demon in a reality where he hasn't met the three of us, but he has us. And we're not going to sit back and let him just do that. He's going to have us at his side, and maybe whatever it is that kills him, we can help shoulder some of that, and then he'll make it through.
Good luck. In the distance, you can hear a familiar voice yell, "Alexandra!" You recognize it as the voice of Trevor. And Alexandra points off into the distance. He's like, "Go, fix this. I can handle him for now."
Thank you.
Great. What are you going to do?
Run towards the. We're gonna run towards the portal to the
Soda machine.
the soda machine. Yeah.
There's a paternoster that will take you up to the basement of Neuschwanstein, where there's a soda machine.
I think once we get out of the void, before we get to the soda machine, I'm going to stop Melody. Listen. Before we go in that machine, when we jump in that machine, we're heading into danger. We're heading into a pretty grim battle.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to regret anything. And I kiss her.
Wow, right in front of your moms and everything.
They know the deal.
Yeah.
And like your moms are like, "Oh, you two are so cute together." And Mama Ava puts her hand on your shoulders like, "We're going to go rally what troops we know of. So will you be okay?"
I was having a moment, but all right, yeah, I'll be fine.
I'm so sorry. I appreciate that you are having a moment, but it's my duty as a mother to make it as awkward and cringe-inducing as possible.
Well, you did it.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I
Your
mean,
Majesties, I will take care of them.
They're not actually okay. Three things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
Melody's gonna kind of giggle and then like grab Daphne's hand and then like they go into the soda machine like holding hands.
okay, where are you going in the soda machine?
I think we're trying to go to the back door into Inkwood.
Yeah, we were gonna go for that.
The reality we came from.
It'd be awkward if we didn't after all this. Like, well, we actually had a little more time before. Okay,
I
The
will
demon is
Go ahead.
in my reality, so maybe we should go there to stop whatever this is.
Well, actually, do either of you, Tanager or Melody, who have some ability to know this, do you check what reality you're in?
We're in right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a good question.
I think I would say I know
Yeah.
it's up to you two, but we did discuss exactly that. So I think that like it was at least on the topic at some point.
that's true. That makes sense. I think I didn't think of it as Kimmy, but I think with all the magic and stuff, that Melody probably would have thought about that.
Okay.
Oh, and actually, we would be in our reality that we came from, right? Because
Mhm.
we are in the back door. That was the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah, that's right.
I'm just asking if either of you have done any quick check of what's going on.
No.
Okay.
I will do one. I'll pull
Okay.
out my phone and I'll open my Google Maps / Dimension app.
The tabs.
The realities that you have seen so far are all gone, except for the one that you came from, but it doesn't quite look the same. It looks like something has been done to it, and you have the little thing that lets you see what's real and what's not, right?
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
the stone.
And when you hold on to that, everything is like a weird flashing mixture of red and gold. Like everything has been smushed together. And you can see that this reality is being folded into another. And then the only other one beyond that is the non-magical Wausau that Michelle came from.
Okay.
So everything is collapsing in on itself.
Oh, we have to really hurry. We don't have very much time. It looks like this reality is collapsing and being smushed into the other one, and the only other reality left is the one we came from with no magic in it.
So we're gonna have to try and fight this with no magic?
Well,
No.
yeah, we have to hurry right now and see if we can
To-
find Michelle first, I think.
Yeah. And to be clear, this reality is being merged with another, and then there's the Lost Cell one.
Oh,
so
got it, sorry.
there's like 3, but this is being merged with one, and then presumably, yeah. So
It's like when the Flash and Supergirl were now suddenly on the same Earth instead of two
Yeah.
separate Earths.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So you're gonna go back to Inkwood. Tell me what soda machine you used to get into Inkwood.
Hmm.
I don't think we know that. I think we were told it was a back door. So where's the
Can-
back door at?
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
I don't remember the name of the class, but whatever the class is that teaches magic users how to interact in the human, like in the mortal world.
Oh,
It's in that classroom.
I have it. It's mundane studies.
yeah.
Mundane Studies. It's the
Annabelle
one in
Appleton.
Mundane Studies that you all were supposed to be practicing on way back when.
Yeah, it's
The-
usually not plugged in, but somebody for some reason has plugged it in right now.
The soda, you appear through the soda machine and you see Professor Anna Applebaum, and she's like hugging her fiance Dorothy, and like they're clearly in pitch terror. And Anna looks at the soda machine and looks at you and says, Professor Parker told us to plug that in. What just happened? Where did you come from? How did that, what?
Oh, no time to explain. We gotta defeat evil. But stay here and be safe.
And Santa Claus is real.
As you leave the room, she turns to her fiance and like, I think this is a magic school.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you get out into the hallways of Inkwood, and things are on fire and people are being handcuffed, and there's loud noises. There's like what sound like helicopters, but are probably some sort of magical creature outside. Everything is chaos, and you can hear what you heard in the very first episode when you were listening to the other reality. You can hear someone saying, all witches must die, all witches must be rounded up. It's right outside in the courtyard. And that is where we're leaving things until next time, when we will do our season finale. I hope you all enjoyed me smushing 2 episodes into one.
It
We
was
had
good.
a great time.
It was good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I love a good fantasy like mind mess episode.
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah. So that's we will be back next week, hopefully in person, to finish out the Hexbreakers story, season 1. And we will be happy to I've been so happy to play this game with you. I'm sad to see it end. And also I'm about to have a baby. I want to have my Wednesday nights.
Very fair.
So if y'all if thank you to our chat mods, Dork Lord Canada, probably
Mhm.
some other people maybe, and if you want to watch previous episodes of this, they're at happyjacks.org/hexbreakers, happyjacks.org/hexbreakers. You can see all our other shows there. I'm Emily St. James. You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/EmilyVDW. You can find my writing all over the internet. This is the only thing I'm currently doing RPG wise. And I'm guessing after next week's session, I will never play a game again because I'm going to have a child I have to stare at. So it's going to be a fond farewell from me to tabletop gaming as a hobby. My other players, Kimmy.
You know, you're sitting at a table with someone who has an entire RPG studio in her backyard.
I know.
Despite having,
Yeah, despite having a child.
And
Yeah.
had a baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do both. There's a definite time where it's only baby. But then eventually, slowly, tabletop starts creeping back in. Yes, I'm Kimmy. I have a baby and an RPG studio. And you can find me at Golden Lasso Girl. You can also find me at Happy Jacks RPG on pretty much any social media. It's me. Right now, I am in this, and I'm also here every Friday for the Advice Show, which is a lot of fun, very wild. All of the people here have been on it recently, except Emily, and she's scheduled in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, I'm very excited. I plan to come on after the season finale of Hexbreakers, so we can all just ask all your Hexbreaker questions will be answered.
Yes. And
Finally.
yes. Yes, and real quick, I also want to thank all our amazing Patreons who support us and keep us ad-free and independent and playing wild, wacky, fun games like this one that we can just have fun ourselves and don't have to worry about pleasing any sponsors or ad people. So, yes.
Except for Bubble Chums, who has underwritten this entire campaign.
Absolutely. And if you want to join the Patreons, you can go to happyjacks.org/Patreon and you can find out more information there. All right, next person.
Riley.
Hey everybody, I'm Riley Silverman. My books are all out now. My Star Wars books, you can get all 3 of them. I have a stack of them over here. I have Adam's holding up part of it. You can't always see it because of the way green screen works. But there you go. I have my pop-up books are over there, but they're in a box, so I can't get them out. So please check them out. They are available. You can buy them now. Also, tomorrow's episode of Port Saga that drops is my first episode of season 2. So I'm excited about that. And, the Vampire the Masquerade scripted audio drama podcast that I'm on, that is very fun. And it's a vampire murder mystery. What else you got to know about it? That's fun. And I'm excited to come back next week and be in studio and say goodbye to this season and these characters for a bit. Or who knows, but we'll see.
Yeah. Joey.
Hey everybody, I have been Joey, and I have also been Chandler Duke, your resident smart guy and chosen one. I am not really doing anything else right now because life is a thing. But life will be much more free in about a week and a half, so then I can do more things. So
why is that?
On...
What's happening in a week and a half?
Yeah, why is that, Joey? What are you doing in a week and a half?
I'm also getting a baby in a week and a half.
Are you just gonna find one somewhere? That's my plan.
Yeah, just somewhere. I don't know.
You cannot have mine.
Okay. But yeah.
I got a bunch of babies in the back. If you want one, I can just grab one for you.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
What color hair you want? Red? I got red. Got red hair.
I want babies.
But yeah, hopefully more RPG stuff soon. For now, go to my Twitter and see me play Wordle and talk about Drag Race, because that's kind of been my entire coping mechanism the last 2 months. So, bubble me up.
Adam.
Hi everybody, I'm Adam. You can find me on most social media at Hoobuk, HOOBUK, except TikTok where it's 3 O's, HOOOBUK, because Hoobuk was taken. It's like, what the hell? Anyway, but mostly I'm usually on Instagram, where I talk about unions and art and native issues and queer stuff and nerd stuff. So if you like all those things, you can come follow me, and I will share pretty pictures of my cats.
Yay.
And I will soon be coming to a game on Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. It's going to start, I believe, October 9th or so. I'll be doing that if you want to check me out over there. And then on the Advice Show every other week or so.
Yeah. So once again, I'm Emily St. James. We will be back next week to close this story out. And hopefully we will learn, what's going to happen to all these wonderful characters. And if we can find a way to save the world without Chandler having to give his life.
Out of character, I don't care if he dies. I just love in character. She cares. Out of
listen. Out of character, it's great. Wonderful.
I care. Joey never plays meathead jocks. Like, this character is precious.
Oh, I care about Joey. I just don't.
This character's a precious, precious miracle we have to save.
I love him.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you so much. If you are looking for closing credits music, you can go and play Training Montage by the Mountain Goats. But we can't legally play it, but you can right now. Until then, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much, everybody, and goodbye.
Bye.
This show is a product of the Happy Jacks RPG Network. Visit happyjacks.org for more information and to find all our streams and podcasts.